What's up, everyone? Prodigal Son again. I have a couple more little bits of news to go over. Nothing too crazy as of right now, but it's not looking good. First, we have Biden informing the leaders of 5 NATO countries about imminent Armageddon in the Middle East. Hezbollah, its goal is to occupy the Galilee. I'm not going to read the whole thing like as much as I did yesterday. I'm trying not to make these go so long. But generally, the latest report by the country services regarding Hezbollah's arsenal brought bad news to Israel. In the event of a conflict between Israel's army and the Lebanese organization, U.S. involvement and, by extension, a major regional war must be considered more than a given. So we're finding out more truth about, I know I had posted on Facebook about where a lot of the aid, whether it be money, medicine, weapons, they were being found on the black market. It was supposed to be going to Ukraine, and they were being found on the black market. So now Israel is even in more of a worry because now they have top grade U.S. weaponry. So we were right. All that military aid that went over to Ukraine, there was no oversight. No one knew where it went. No one knew who got it. Nothing. It was like, and if you look into it, you'll find that even the UN just said that just the other day that Ukraine is the most corrupt country in the world. And it has been for quite some time. So it's like we just hit ourselves with the stupid hammer over and over and over again. Just like George Floyd. The guy died of a drug overdose. I posted that video the first day I saw it about George Floyd. I thought he died from the cop. I really did. So now we have this cop who did his job, who did nothing, absolutely nothing wrong, but did a textbook job, is now a political prisoner doing 40 to life over George Floyd, who was a straight up drug addict. And if you look, there was not one iota bit of trauma to his neck, to anything inside like his throat or his voice box or larynx, whatever, however you say it. Whatever it was, there was no trauma, no injuries of any kind to anywhere in his neck. And if you look at the toxicology, it was full. He was full of fentanyl. And he had a bunch of methamphetamines and some other stuff in him. So, like, we just, as the Democrats at least, they want to back every deplorable scumbag that they can find and put them up on a pedestal. I once called him a pedophile. Put them up on a pedestal as if they are something other than what they are. And it's, the Bible even said that evil will be made to look good and good will be made to look evil. And that is exactly what we're seeing going on today. So anyway, I don't want to get into a 30-minute video. Biden informed the leaders of 5 NATO countries about imminent Armageddon in the Middle East. And there is. This is bad. Let me get the rest of these up here. Okay. Here was another thing. One mistake or provocation is enough. U.S. has surrounded Iran with colossal military forces. Red alert in all branches of Iranian. I assume that means they're military. So we'll read this a little bit. Iran's Supreme Military Command has ordered the army to be on general alert and to begin large-scale exercises for all branches of the country's armed forces. The U.S. continues to encircle Iran by deploying colossal forces in the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, and the Gulf of Oman. And I believe we're going to see Iran get nuked. I believe that's what is coming by B-52 bomber. Iran's ready At least they believe they're ready. They've been chanting death to Israel, death to America for, I think, since the 70s. When that soccer thing happened where those soccer players were held for ransom in the 70s, late 70s. If I remember correctly, they chanted death to America then. So anyway, point is that everyone is getting to be on high alert around the world. I'm trying to find this one, and I mean this is we got stuff popping off everywhere. We got fighting between I believe it was Turkey and Greece. I saw that somewhere. But here is the one that I wanted to see. Shock video for Israel. Hamas armed to the teeth with AT-4s and javelins and in-laws and via Ukraine. Washington Post. Deadly surprise awaits the Israeli army in Gaza. And what is meant by that? Right here. Hamas has released a video confirming the information that has been circulating for some time, and they said that large stocks of American and generally NATO weapons that have been delivered to Ukraine, wait for it, they're in Gaza. How did they get American weaponry? Now, yes, we left a bunch over in Saudi Arabia. I'm sorry, Afghanistan. I'm pretty sure that they're not selling their stuff. They want that weaponry more than they want money. Now, I'm sure they might sell some of it, but I doubt they're heavily trafficking weaponry that they got from Ukraine or got from Afghanistan. I believe the Afghanistan terrorists will hold on to most of that weaponry. Because why would they look? They're never going to get another chance. Well, you would think they'd never get another chance at having our weapons. But with these lunatics in office, you never know what might happen. In the video, Hamas shows that it has a large... I read that, didn't I? No, I didn't. In the video, Hamas shows that it has a large quantity of AT-4 and in-law anti-tank missiles and rockets for use against the Israeli army. Merkava, main battle tanks in Gaza. Here it is. It is known that many of the weapons donated by the U.S. to Ukraine ended up on the black market. But the exact way the Palestinians used to acquire it, that is not known. A few days ago, Russian, Turkish, and American media had warned Israel that Hamas had large quantities of weapons that it took unknown how from Ukraine. It was sold to them. These high-up terrorist leaders spread their money out around the world buying these things for the soldiers so that they have what they need. That's one way of getting it anyway. They talked about M4, various type of anti-tanks such as Javelin up to Manpad, Stinger, and others. Ukraine's military intelligence service has accused Russia of transferring Western weapons it obtained from Ukrainian warehouses to various fronts in the war on Hamas, to blame Kiev for allegedly selling arms to terrorists. That's a very good possibility as well. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know what Russia would do, if they would keep that for their own arsenal or what. But here are videos on X of what Hamas said they had. So basically, Turkish media is saying Hamas is fighting Israel with American weapons that were given to Ukraine. Can you even wrap your head around the destruction that one man could cause? The amount of terror that Joe Biden has brought to this world in every sort of the way, you would almost think he was the Antichrist himself. I know he's just a bumbling puppet. Everyone else always thought Obama might be the Antichrist, and he does fit the bill very well, and I'm not saying he isn't. He very well could be. Still, to this day, I believe he could be. But he's the one that's truly running this. He gave an interview with Stephen Colbert when he got out of office back in 2015, or was getting out of office, I guess I should say, his last year in the White House. And after Stephen Colbert got done licking his boots, he said, "What's next for Obama?" And Obama said, "I want another third term as president. But I don't want to do it from the White House. I want to do it from my basement right here in my sweatpants. I want to be the voice and the earpiece and the president, like a Manchurian candidate." Where was Joe Biden during the Obama years? Right beside him. Shockingly, a lot of people don't realize Joe Biden was the vice president once. How? People don't know. But whatever, they don't. So, when Trump was in and everyone seemed like they were fighting against Trump, we all kind of, at least a lot of people did believe it. I didn't believe everything. I always thought, oh yeah, good excuse for Trump saying everyone's fighting against him. But, I kind of give the guy a little more credit. I'm not saying he is who he says he is, or that he's this leader that isn't a puppet, because I believe most of these, 99% of these presidents have all been a puppet. If you totally go against what they say, they just kill you. Rewind back to the 1960s when they blew JFK's head off on TV. Sorry, I'm working. I had to check this. But yeah, that's what happens when you go against what's called the deep state or the elites or whatever. They just kill you. So, was Trump fully, on his own, or is he kind of being controlled? We'll never know. But Biden is definitely controlled. Trump looks like Obama had been stacking the deck all those years he was president, and then when he got out, if Trump wouldn't have got in, we would have never known how truly corrupt our government is, and how deep the deep state goes, and how many of our political leaders are entrapped in that. Most of them are, from what we're seeing. So yeah, we're seeing all these mobilization of Russia's nuclear arsenal. We went over that yesterday. That's pretty freaking scary. And there was something else where Israel and not Israel, I'm so sorry. Where Russia and North Korea are now working together to do whatever they're doing. Russia will build close relations with North Korea in all areas, Kremlin says. Russia said today it plans to build close ties with North Korea across the board, a day after South Korea, Japan, and the United States condemned what they said were arms supplies from Pyongyang to Moscow. So yeah, they're working together. So what you're seeing is a buildup. All the NATO people on one side, all Russia, China, North Korea, all those people on the other side. So even if Third World War doesn't break out yet, you see it brewing, you see the stage being set, and at this point, God's the only way we're getting out of this. Because these idiots, they're not going to stop until they've destroyed the entire world. That's why they have so many underground bunkers, because they don't mind doing it, because they believe they have somewhere they can go hide for the next 100 to 200 years. And then they'll come back out and take back over the world when we're all dead. And all the houses are gone, everything's been destroyed and taken over. So, but be safe out there, guys. I'll keep watching the news. I'll keep getting back to you. Be safe and pray. Pray for this country and prep. Get ready. Start buying food. Start buying what you need to buy. Be safe.